Here's my audience. Hello, I'm with the South Dakota Army National Guard, and I am here to talk to you guys about why joining the National Guard is beneficial to an individual. Have you ever thought of joining the National Guard and feared the thought of being called to war? Joining the National Guard is not an easy decision, and it is a big commitment, so that's what makes it even harder. So joining the National Guard is beneficial. There are three main points that I'm going to talk about. First main point is joining the National Guard provides exceptional benefits. Second main point is joining the National Guard provides opportunities for an individual. And the third one is joining the National Guard enhances your way of life. Join the National Guard and see what great things you can encounter while you're in. First point I will discuss is joining the National Guard has exceptional benefits. Provides exceptional benefits. According to the 2015 United States Army National Guard website, the National Guard provides tuition assistance, and it has tangible benefits on top of that. So for the tuition assistance, I will go over that. Right now, the South Dakota Army National Guard will pay for 50% of your schooling. And on top of that, you will receive a GI Bill every month, which usually ranges from $350 to about $500 depending on what MOS you have. So how is it possible that the South Dakota National Guard can pay for half of your schooling and give you money every month? So the National Guard is funded both by state and federal, so you receive money from both ends of the deal there. So that's a plus. And through the National Guard, you will see how great of a family that you will gain through this great experience. In the National Guard, you can also gain a career from joining the military. A lot of people that I know have just stayed in since they were out of high school. So they never really they don't know anything other than the military, so they are very advanced in that. And I definitely look up to them now. In the National Guard, you also receive great benefits such as life insurance and health insurance. So health insurance is helpful too if you are just turning 18 and you have to get off your parents' plan, so that helps. You can just hop onto the National Guard's health insurance. And who doesn't love discounts, right? You get discounts at through the National Guard at certain stores. So I don't think it can get any better than that, getting discounts at certain stores. And you know, sometimes I've heard stories about soldiers who get bumped up to first class because they're in the military. So far I have went over the benefits that the National Guard offers. Now I will go over my second main point, which is joining the National Guard provides opportunities. On the National Guard website and the South Dakota Training webpage, I have looked up all the military occupation specialties, which is an MOS that an individual holds in the military. They have a job that they don't expert in, but they have a good wide range of knowledge in. So there are about 190 MOSs in the National Guard right now currently. And this is very helpful in your civilian life because there are several jobs in the civilian life, and it helps a lot because you get this extra training. And if you like that area that you're in the military, you can go out in the civilian life and look for a job similar to it, which is helpful because if you're competing for a job and there's this other individual who wants the same job and they're not in the military, you probably are more than likely to get this job because you already have a background knowledge on this certain area. And that's another thing too. You will become very versatile because you gain all these skills through the military because they pretty much teach you everything you need to know in basic combat training about these certain areas, first aid, safety. You learn how to deal with certain communications, radios, and technology and stuff like that. So it really helps a lot. You get a lot of advancement in your life. So you pretty much get skills that will help you in your civilian life and in the military too, because if you become an expert at something, you can I forgot to mention that too. You can have more than one military occupation specialty in the military. You can train for another area, so you can become specialized in both of them. So my second main point shows another important benefit of the South Dakota National Guard, and that is it provides opportunities. The National Guard provides great opportunities for an individual. Now I will go over things that a soldier might have experienced in the past, or they are going through, or things like that, or what they have thought about the military. So my third main point is joining the National Guard enhances way of life. So according to this article, Armed Forces and Society, written by James Griffith, soldiers in the past have joined the military to experience military life, to continue serving for occupational development, and for future advancement and promotions in the military. Their motives for serving were cooperation, challenging themselves, and improving their well-being, along with mentally challenging yourself, what you can get through and your perseverance. And it provides a better way of life, because after you go through all that, you just become a better person in general, because you have gone through all this stuff and you experience new things, you learn a lot of new things. There's one biggest thing that you gain from the military, and according to the Pennsylvania National Guard website, you gain self-confidence, and I can personally say that because after basic combat training, I had way more confidence when I came back from basic combat training. So that's another thing that you gain from the military is self-confidence, along with pride within yourself. You get a new image of yourself. You see yourself as a different person. You gain a lot of pride because you went through something that only 1% of America does, and that is one of the best reasons that joining the National Guard, you become of a team better than yourself. You become part of something bigger than yourself. So the third reason, my third main point again was joining the National Guard enhances way of life. So you can see that I've talked about the opportunities in the National Guard, how you can advance in your life and civilian life and stuff like that, and all the benefits that I've talked about, intangible and tangible. Now I will give you a website to look at if you want further advancement. There's this website. It is sdguard.com, and you can look farther into it if you have any more questions about the National Guard and things like that. And you can actually get a hold of a recruiter, so you can contact them and come join all these fun events that we have sometimes, such as tack ball or these fun guard nights. You can come experience and see what we go through and what we have to learn and stuff like that. So again, I will go over my main points. First, joining the National Guard provides opportunities. Joining the National Guard has exceptional benefits, and joining the National Guard enhances your way of life. So joining the National Guard is beneficial. Again, three main points: exceptional benefits, opportunities, and enhance your way of life. And don't forget that website, sdguard.com, to get a hold of a recruiter and to get a hold of them, and they can contact you anytime. You give them your cell phone number, and you can come to all these fun events. Thank you for listening.